just know that you are the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. And just know that this is the Hitman, and you're watching Papa Pete.
Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. Papa Pete, the old ass gamer. If you haven't grown up by the age of 50, you don't have to.
And there we are, finishing up my drink to have while we're watching the premiere. I hope you guys all like the premiere. Thanks for joining me, Jeff, tonight. Thank you.
Anytime, Pete.
As always, my partner in crime. Hey, Salvador, thanks for stepping over. We got TJ right on. PJ Smith. We got TJ Ferreira and PJ Smith. I like that.
TJ and PJ.
TJ and P. And Junebug. Hi, Junebug. TV's Hasselhoff. Been talking to him lately. He's been looking for a basic math for me, trying to find some good deals on one down eastern, down east, I'll call it. It's like down east here is like the side of Maine. But when I say down east, I guess I mean down around Jersey and New York. Who else is there? Kurt Bradshaw, Lance Jennings. Right on.
Christopher's here.
Hey, Christopher. Hello. Oh, thanks for running that, Jeff. I'm not even on the right page here. I got to go to the chat. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you so much. I hope you liked it. I thought this was a game, and for those who don't know, first thing, I guess, while we have how many people here now? We have 12, and most of the people are here who I have no idea. Is there a way to do a poll in this, Jeff? How do I do a poll in this?
You can do it in the live pop-out chat.
It's not StreamYard. It's within YouTube, correct?
Yes. Yeah, it's a YouTube thing.
Okay, I've got my chat popped out.
And it's at the... I can't... Right I have it popped up, but I can't... Only you can do it. It's at the very bottom left.
I see it. Okay. Chat. But I can't just put blanks in. I have to put a question in about what... Okay. So I am not going to put...
Then you can add 3 choices if you want.
Gotcha. It's the first time I've looked at that. That's great. Hey, Mama C. Good to see you. While everybody's still here who watched the video, what I want is I'm gonna reserve a right to veto and realize I'm going up against the presidential address right now. Holy cow, Jeff. We're pretty important, aren't we?
Yeah, you might have more viewers, Pete.
I just saw that today. Presidential address. Like, I'm going against the president tonight. You know, what's that mean?
I don't think traditionally they're too popular.
Let's take care of it right now. I'm going to have a veto right because I have a couple special plans for a couple of games. But this game was chosen by Luc Boudreau. He asked me to do this game. It's a game that he's not played a whole lot or had any experience with, and he was wondering about it. So he thought this would be a good one to do, and it was perfect. A great one to do. The next game, remember, Jeff, you and I and TJ had the stream back. Was that before Christmas, right?
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah. And I said to him, let him pick the following one, and that's why we're doing Dig Dug. So thank you so much, TJ, picking Dig Dug. I've been doing some research on that already. It's I think it was 5 months for this one. I expect more like I'd like to have it out in a couple of weeks. But what I'm going to do here tonight in the live stream, and we'll do it right now, is give me before Thanksgiving. That's right. It was right before Thanksgiving. TJ was on. I'm going to let chat tonight pick the next episode after Dig Dug for the 125. And the only stipulations I'm going to have is no ECS games yet. I'm not ready to do an ECS game. Okay. The vast majority of other titles, I find something obscure for me to do. Something that you don't see very often, like Safecracker. That's why it was so fun with Safecracker. I don't think I asked in the chat how many people had played it. Nobody said they had played it. Did you notice that, Jeff?
Yeah, I've never even seen it, Pete. I mean, I knew of it. I've seen the box, but I've never actually watched any video of it. So that was all new to me.
So there, Mama C likes Dig Dug. So what we'll do is we'll have some gameplay of her and I playing Dig Dug on the Intellivision. I think, yeah, it does. No, it doesn't. It doesn't do 2-player, does it? But that's all right.
Got a thin ice from Lance.
We got a thin ice from Lance. Okay.
Hasselhoff.
Oh, okay. There's one thin ice, one truck, and anybody else got a pick? There's 2 truck in there, but they're both from Hasselhoff. This is Brian. Pet me human. Coco commands it.
Oh, there is Coco. Yeah.
Her basket's been filled with Thunder Castle. There's a good pick. You know, the thing about it is, so far those are 3 games that I'll have to do a lot of research for because I've not played any of those 3 very much, but they're all great choices.
I thought you said those. I thought you said those are 3 games that have not been in my kitchen. That's where I thought you were going, Pete.
Actually, at one point they probably were in my kitchen, though.
I briefly played Thunder Castle on the Evercade the other day.
Oh, really?
Yes. Didn't quite understand what I was doing. I didn't look up any manual or anything. I was just goofing around there.
I'm having a revelation by Think Brewing, so I just had it in the sleeve. Mama C says, nice koozie. That's her koozie, Dale Jr. So I kept it in that so it would stay cool for me a little bit. A Magic Dragonfire, that's an interesting one. And Tower of Doom's a good pick. I think I just saw someone that played Thunder Castle. Is that it? Does Thunder Castle is a very highly respected game, frankly. Hey, Scallywag. Man, it's Rev. Hey, Rev, how you doing? Play Whitewater or Popeye. Both of those are really interesting picks, too. No issue. I'd love. Trouble is, we're getting. Have I done a Parker Brothers game yet?
I don't know.
There's only 6. I have not done a Parker Brothers game yet.
How is Popeye on Intellivision?
Well, I have played it, but not an incredible amount. I will say that. So, I mean, arcade port. I'm telling you right now, guys. I like Rev's thoughts. Maybe that will be the game after is Popeye. One thing that I want to be very careful with in doing these is I don't want to do all of the most famous games first. I don't want to do all of my favorite games first because that just makes it harder to keep going later on. I don't want to do ECS games yet because I haven't figured out how to get them. I guess I can hook my ECS up to which I haven't even done, to my 2609 that you can capture from that, but I haven't got it figured out on the ultimate flashback yet. So there, Rev's got on there. Let's see. Rev loves the Popeye version on television.
Awesome.
So I do like the game Popeye quite a bit.
I like the arcade game a lot.
Yeah. So I think that, yes, Popeye. Christopher Westerman also said that. Westerman. So I guess you got it. You heard it here first. Lots of great ideas out there, guys. I'm going to do Popeye. It's really sort of fit right in perfectly as number 20. This was episode 18, Dig Dug's 19, and we'll do Popeye after that. So, and I haven't done a Parker Brothers game yet, so that's awesome. Beautiful. So, you've been playing some Intellivision lately, Jeff, but have you been playing it on your actual Intellivision, or you been playing it on your Evercade?
Well, I was playing Night Stalker and Space Armada on the flashback.
Okay, yeah.
And then I was playing some Thunder Castle on the Evercade.
Okay, right on.
And I played Night Stalker on the Evercade. I wanted to see how the controls were.
How did you find the comparison of the two?
I like the controls better on the Evercade.
What? How are the controls set up on the Evercade? Like I have it, for Pete's sake. I don't. It's still in my sealed box right down there.
Let's see. I don't have my control. I can show you this. Okay. So
I got to
I mean,
pop
this is the
I think we're getting an exclusive right here. Oh, go ahead.
this is a handheld, but
Yeah.
you know, it's shoot up, shoot down, shoot left, shoot right.
So you use your 4 buttons as the
You
4
just use those
directional
buttons.
pad.
It's really simple. I mean, other than that,
Yeah.
there isn't much.
No, and I can see that being. Remember, I've said before about how the ones that use the keypad to shoot will be hard to transfer. And I said, except for you would think I don't know where we were. I think it was on Astro Smash last week with the 4-button configuration for Night Stalker would work very well. And that's exactly what they've done then.
Yeah, that's they did. It worked really well. I mean, I had no problems.
But like, I wonder how they're going to do AD&D, Advanced Dungeons and Dragons. What the places is actually called? I had to grab it almost, but it's the original Cloudy Mountain, right? Advanced Dungeons and Dragons game cartridge or something is what it had to have that whole name, and some of it had to be in capital letters. That was part of their licensing when they made it. But the original, the Great Cloudy Mountain, because you have diagonal shots, same as Tron Deadly Disc. How does it transfer when you have diagonal shots?
I don't know, unless they're using the buttons again, and you press 2 buttons at once to go diagonal.
Yeah,
they do that.
Do you know what I mean, though? What I'm saying?
Yeah, may not work as well.
Look at this. I think we got an exclusive from one of the great Intellivision homebrew producers.
Oh,
First or second place in all 6 of the 2021 Intellivision Homebrew Awards this year, Intellivision Revolution. So pretty impressive. He says Popeye 2 is coming. That'd be awesome.
Is that was there an actual Popeye 2 arcade game, or is this just homebrew?
I'm not aware. Could
I've never heard of Popeye 2.
Somebody made a different version, like kind of like, remember I did the review on the homebrew spotlight of Shark 2.
Mm-hmm.
Just tweaks to the game. It could be something like that too, but that's awesome. Oh, there you go. Think about that. Oh, PJ, another vote for Popeye, so that's great. Think about that. Rev, okay, let the cat out of the bag here. Okay, so Rev now has a lot of his ROMs and Dave Harley ROMs together. ROMs. They're selling ROMs on Intellivision.us, which is Intelligent Vision's website. And it's Intelligent Vision, Dave Harley, who made Shark 2. So maybe that's the idea. Maybe Dave is now working on a Popeye 2.
Ooh.
I think the cat's out of the bag. Just with the inquiring minds want to know, Rev. So right on. I think that's a great idea. That will get lots of support. So that's awesome. And I'll do Popeye. I'll try to have Popeye out within the next month or so, and then maybe there'll be some people watch the video in the community. It'll sort of make them a little anxious to try Popeye, and we can look at the homebrew spotlight on Popeye 2. And wouldn't that work out well?
That'd be very cool.
That would be very cool.
Yeah, it's all new.
Yeah, Cloudy Mountain has diagonal shooting along with I think it's just Tron Deadly Disc is the only other one, isn't it? What else has diagonal shooting on the Intellivision using the keypad?
That sounds like something Lance would know.
Lance, yeah, that's because Lance put in there. Cloudy Mountain has diagonal shooting. Yep, so does Tron Deadly Disc. Are there any other games, Lance? Lance is on it now, doing the research. Jeff, you might be able to help PJ with this too.
Yeah, Lance just mentioned. I was going to say something about Lance beat me to it. Yeah, the Evercade Intellivision games, you have to pull the left trigger, I think, and it pops up a keypad.
Oh, there.
So to start games, you have to pull up the keypad and then just go down to enter, and you're good to go.
Well, there you go. I see what you're saying now. I've been blabbing on and not reading. There it is, right there. Excellent. Oh, there you go. Hey, Rev says nope, all new. Good. That's excellent.
That is very cool.
Yeah, Rev, yeah, they're good. Like I have one, just recently got one, and I know you like to collect, and they're worth collecting for because it's games. Yeah, you have your Intellivision collections, you have your Atari collections, and those are games that you can play elsewhere. I mean, obviously the Intellivision, but there are so many different games that we really don't even know about. Like Jeff is so knowledgeable at all kinds of old games, but how many games do you play on the Evercade that you hadn't seen before, Jeff?
Other than the Namco collections, almost every one of them. There's not many of the games that I've seen. I mean, they even had even the arcade games. I haven't played much of those. I mean, they had one from what's it called, like Galeco or something. I've never even heard of the company, which is really weird. That's what's cool about the Evercade is you get to play some games that you've never played before, and for the most of them I've played have been actually really good.
Just so many the European games that we just didn't see much of it all over here too, right? Like yeah. Does the Dig Dug review include Deadly Dogs? Well, let me put it this way. It's pretty hard to talk about Intellivision Dig Dug without getting into Deadly Dogs a little bit. Maybe not in depth, but definitely it's one of the most fascinating things about the game. So it really is something else. How many games have an entirely different game as an Easter egg inside? But I'll save more on that for later. Yeah, Deadly Dogs. Oh, jumped on me here. My Evercade console is still sitting on the shelf unopened. Is that, Scallywag, did you get a handheld console or did you get the Versus? And because I say that, I got to dig it out now. Because I've still got my Versus here. Jeff, I got to ask you. Well, I started to look to do a video and unboxing the other day.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh my word, what they want for these things now.
What's that? The games?
This right here.
Oh, the Founders?
Unopened.
Maybe you're not going to open it.
Well, it's kind of made me think twice about it. But I want to.
You could sell it and fund your Intellivision collection.
Well, yeah.
What are they going for?
Well, 5.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, 4, 5. Sometimes more or whatever. Oh, handheld he opened. Yeah, same here, Scallywag. Of course, I did the video on that, so you probably saw that. But I've not played as much as I thought I probably would. But it's just been a matter. I've been playing a lot of Intellivision and other games, and I've really been enjoying doing that. You may know I complained about it on lots of. Take care, TJ. See you, man.
See you, TJ.
You have a rest of your night too, man. We'll talk to you soon. I've really been enjoying doing those old guys and old games videos. It's just a lot of fun to play those games, get them out, and just talk about them because that's kind of the name of the game with them, isn't it?
Pete, I'd only played. I briefly played Night Soccer once because I never had it in television.
Yeah,
I played it. I don't know when I played it. I think I played on the flashback just briefly, and I didn't get it. I'm like, I'm just dying.
Yeah,
I'm like, I can't run and shoot. And I'm like, what is going on? I was getting murdered, and then I watched your video on it, and you were giving tips, and I was like, oh, this completely changes the game. Because, like you said, it's not an action game, really.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some action parts when you lose your gun and you've got to go get another one because then you've got to. It's it's one of the more exciting parts. You got to try to work your way around, get that gun, and get back. So that's really cool. But yeah, for the most part, it's a strategy game of trying to figure out how to pick off those robots.
The problem with it is that $50,000, 50,000 points. The black robot comes out at 30,000 points, which I just missed. And then at 50,000 points, it starts shooting the bunker busters. And it's like, what the blaze did you do then? You don't have a bunker to go into. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's sounds like the beginning of the end there.
Take care, Lance. See you, man.
See you, Lance. It really is an interesting game, though.
It is. It is fun. It is fun, but it's not. I keep calling it run and gun. I don't know. I suppose you could play it run and gun, and if you get good enough at it, great. But I play at the fastest speed, and I'm sorry, it's just too hard not to get hit.
It's more of a run stop gun.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, every time that frigging gun comes up over in the corner by where the robots come out, the lower left-hand corner, it's like, oh no, what am I going to do now?
When I played, I got lucky. I hit like three. Was it like 3 in a row or 3 out of 4 times? The gun popped up right on top of the bunker. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me! This is awesome.
That is awesome. Yeah.
Although it was fun when it would show up at a far corner. It was pretty fun trying to figure out how to get there and grab it and get back without the robot getting you.
Yeah, for sure. And Space Armada is a fun game.
Oh, I'd always seen that. Like, as a kid, I saw it and I was like, "Oh, it's a cheap Space Invaders clone," because I had an Atari and that was my favorite Atari game. But that one I did play for the first time over the weekend. That was a lot of fun. It's a little bit different. I mean, I can't use my Space Invaders strategy on Atari on Space Armada. It does not work. Like, I like to just go through and clear off like maybe the first 2 aliens of every column first.
Right.
And I was doing that, and it really wasn't working. I mean, I worked my way over doing that, and then I started getting a couple of columns first, and then I'd go back, and shoot some more because the number of aliens and the rows I think are different, or the rows. I think there's even more aliens than in Space Invaders.
4 rows is 8. Hold it. There's 4 rows of 8 across. There's 32 aliens on the screen.
And
they're big.
The added stuff.
They don't go far back and forth, right?
No.
And there's only about 2 things down, there's 3 or 4 drops down.
And and then what is it? When you start getting the invisible ones.
Hey, Pete.
In Atari Space Invaders, you could play an entire game where they're all invisible. But I don't remember a mode where you had a few of them invisible. Like in Space Armada, that was kind of a cool little touch.
They all go invisible towards the end there. And the thing is a lot of people don't remember it. And I only remember seeing this once or twice, but in Space Armada, eventually it gets to the point where the red thing starts to go across and it comes down and attaches onto your bunker and sucks it away slowly.
The UFO that goes across?
Yes, that's neat when that happens, but that's several in, like a lot farther than what I got. But I have gotten to that before when I was a kid.
That is cool.
Thing comes across and it just starts flying down the screen, and it sucks onto a bunker, and the bunker just starts disappearing bit by bit. And
I love that they added a few touches here and there that are not from Space Invaders. Something a little bit different.
Yes.
Like the little seeker missile that comes right after you. It follows you around.
Guided missile, yeah. Which is right out of Astro Smashed almost, right? Just lots slower moving. Yeah, no, that happens, PJ. It's almost like I want to play this game some more till I can get there. But I don't want to try to record. Every time I play it, you want to record it because you never know when you're going to have that game that just clicks. And you get to something like that. That's the problem. And once you get there, it's impossible to get things hooked up and record it again,
These Evercade founders are going for crazy prices, Pete.
Oh, they are wicked. I know. It's like
even the controllers are going for like $45.
GTA homebrew. I remember seeing something like that. Here's a question from Bored Distracted. Of all the consoles you collect for, which one is the 3rd biggest collection?
The 3rd biggest?
Well, Intellivision.
You've probably never gotten that question, Pete.
No, I've never gotten. If you want to know the absolute, no, okay, I am wrong. Intellivision is not even 3rd, because the biggest one I have is because there's over 700 of these right now.
Is that Xbox?
I am going to finish this friggin' thing sooner than later. Xbox, love it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not complaining about it. Just saying that's a lot of games. But I love the ability to pick up Xbox games. It's sort of fading a little bit. Hey, George, good to see you, man. Thanks for stopping in. Don't worry, you watch the video later. It's great. Safecracker's cool game. It's all right. It's a very unusual game. People don't know it very well. But back to that. Xbox is number one. Probably NES is number two because I've got over 300 of those, I think. And then it would be Atari 2600, which there's at least 240 or 50 there. But between Atari and Intellivision, they're pretty close. So those are sort of like number three. Now, I still think I probably have more Atari than Intellivision because there are less Intellivision, right? But so there you go. Those are the main four that I collect for. It was Xbox, Intellivision. Well, no, it was Xbox, NES, and Atari. And I always considered Intellivision a little bit less because I collect most of those other games because I like video games. I collect Intellivision because I love Intellivision. Does that sort of have a different, like, if I didn't collect video games, I'd still collect Intellivision. If that makes any sense to you, Jeff.
Yeah, because that was your favorite growing up, right?
Yeah, exactly. Even though it wasn't even the system that I personally had, it was my brother-in-law's, but it's the one that I had the best memories of and enjoyed the most when I was a kid. I had the Atari, so it's right there too. But
so you actually had an Atari at home?
I had an Atari. That's what I got for Christmas.
And then you go to your sister's house to play Intellivision with your brother-in-law?
Right. And then he got the Intellivision probably not 2 months later. And I spent my sister is 16 years older than me, but so they were married when I was 6. So I mean, I don't really remember not spending a lot of time there when I was growing up. So see, Scallywag, I might have missed it. You might have already gone, but a little show called Oak Island. There you go. Wizards with machinery. You need some Vectrex in your life. Surprise, surprise. That might be coming sooner than later.
Oh, boy.
That might be coming sooner than later.
How many Vectrex games are there, Pete?
29.
29.
Yeah. But that would be challenging. I'm telling you that. That would be challenging.
The 29.
Yeah, the invisible robot starts at 80,000, I think. The black robot basically becomes invisible. And it's shooting bunker busters. And I did see that once when I was a kid, the invisible robot. But I say all these things once, because eventually I'd play these games like hours and hours and hours. And it always felt like this. You'd have a game that clicked and you get way into it. Same as like Tron Deadly Disc, which I'm going to do very soon. Beat it once.
Isn't that the greatest when you're a kid, when you've played a game for hours and hours and all of a sudden you see something you've never seen before?
Oh, yeah.
It's like, what?
Yeah.
Look at this, Pete. Good indie scene for Vectrex.
Well,
interesting.
That's what I've seen. I tell you, I was looking at a game last night because I simply love the board game. Was Dark Tower. This is after we were talking last night, Jeff.
Yeah.
And I watched the videos. Actually, Willie Culver has a video on there where he plays some Dark Tower on the Vectrex. And it's a homebrew. It looks neat as hell. I haven't really looked into it very much, but who just made that comment? Hasselhoff, right?
Which one? The indie scene?
Maybe there's more friggin' homebrews for the Vectrex now than original games.
You'd think so if there's only 29.
Where was that? If you dig it, you get the Vec Fever multi-cart, you'll be set. That right there, I was looking for a multi-cart. I know they're available. I don't know a whole lot about where. I looked on eBay. There was this weird looking one that took an SD card that for $20 didn't really look all that real. I guess it did. I mean, but I don't know. I just thought, what do I want to get that one? It doesn't look like, I don't know. Oh, what? There's something there. Is
There you go, Pete.
I've seen some that didn't seem that expensive.
So I take it there's several versions or several
It
different people making them.
Must be.
Do they come with the games, or they just allow you to put the games on?
No, I think they allow you to put the games on. But I mean, ROMs are always kicking around. I mean, I got ROMs going places I've just never used them, but I know I have all of the original Vectrex ROMs.
Who owns Vectrex?
Got me. Maybe
Who
somebody
owned it originally?
knows who owns what Vectrex.
Who put it out originally? Do you know?
Originally, it was Milton Bradley.
Milton
And
Bradley.
then I went to a company called, I can't remember, it's a 3-digit like VGX or something like that. But Milton Bradley started it. That's cool. I didn't realize that, George, that you just started collecting the OG Intellivision. Kool-Aid Man is a game that's hard to get. Oh my God, somebody posted on there was an Intellivision invasion today on Facebook, whatever. Somebody had on this copy of friggin' Kool-Aid Man, and they wanted, what the hell was it? It was something stupid, like $800 or something for it. It's like, but then again, you check person's items. They're the ones that have a newspaper at the side and try to sell the daily paper for $1 million. Say, oh my God, you're not going to sell them. Well, but if I sell just one, I'm all set. Oh, so is there anybody else in here yet who actually had played Safecracker though? Because I don't think we've seen anybody yet who played Safecracker before.
No, I don't think we have.
I'm trying to read through the comments here. Check it out.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. You used to play Night Stalker safe in the bunker until he got brave and went against the robots head on.
Well, that's it. It's friggin'. It's hard. It's a hard game.
Well, sometimes you have to when you go get that gun. You may have to shoot the robot just to clear a path so you can get back.
I just realized what I forgot to change in my on my background.
Here, we got someone who's played Safecracker, Pete.
Played Safecracker, yep. You're a cracker, all right. For those who don't know, 64-bit. Listen, I'm not going to bother too much because this is my next beer. And he brought that to me for Christmas right there from Patty's Brewery or Patty's Brew Pub in like
Blueberry?
Nova Scotia. Blueberry. And that's some good beer right there. I really enjoy that.
I really like blueberry beer. Good stuff.
Is it big down there too? I was sort of wondering that. I was talking about it in the video. I'm actually going to have one of these in my next pickup video.
Well, we got a lot of indie breweries in town, and they're always making different stuff.
That is one fine ale. Yeah, it's just blueberry is very big around here. Like there's a lot of blueberries produced through Maine, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia. So I just didn't know if it was a thing in Atlantic Canada and Maine, or if it was sort of like, do you guys produce a lot of blueberries in your area? I don't know.
Do a lot of what?
Do you have like blueberry fields and blueberries?
I don't know. I guess we probably do. I mean, we've got We've got blackberry bushes in our backyard on the side of the house.
Yeah.
We actually go, we pick them when they're ready to go and make jam and stuff.
Yeah.
It's kind of nice.
Or you could make wine.
Good.
Oh, here's the answer. Wizard Machinery. He knows what he's talking about here. CGE, then Milton Bradley. Jay Smith was the creator. I recommended the Vectrex Fans Unite Facebook group. Oh, right on. No, right on. No, I'm glad to hear that because, hopefully you get a chance to watch my next pickup video, which will be out. I'm working on a different video right now, and then I'll probably do the pickup video, and then I'm going to go back to, I should do another Indie Homebrew Spotlight, and then I got to get Dig Dug out. Plus, Tron Solar Sailor. Holy cow, I'm pretty ambitious. I never get any of these videos done, though, do I? That's why I have 5 months between episodes of the 125. So, talk about all the Vectrex you want, because it's a friggin' awesome machine. It really is something else.
I just joined that group, Facebook.
I'm actually going to friggin' look at that, because I will forget. Vectrex Fans Unite if I don't do it.
Yeah, Kurt, we definitely have vineyards here in Missouri. I assume we've got blueberries floating around too.
Well, blueberries are a ground bush, like small, that high, and
Yeah,
picked with a rake.
I would imagine we do. I can't remember anyone saying anything about it, but
Yeah.
here's Hasselhoff said he's played Safecracker.
Oh, right on.
He would just drive around and shoot the black cars.
Yeah. But Hasselhoff, you're absolutely right. The graphics at that time, it was like, oh my God. I can remember, of course, we had my brother-in-law was into it. Okay. And he would buy a game every week. Every paycheck, he went and got a new game. Okay. So it'd be every week or every 2 weeks, whatever it was. And he had all the Magic games. So when they started coming out with the new catalog saying coming soon, it would be just like frothing at the mouth waiting for these games to come out. And the premise, because it explained, the little write-up like I showed in the video and the pictures and stuff, we were just frothing at the mouth waiting for Safecracker to come out. Oh my God, that's going to be amazing. You can drive all over a city. Like, a kid wouldn't understand that today. Forget 64-bit wouldn't have a clue about that today. I mean, he's never known anything different than being able to play Call of Duty and Grand Theft Auto type thing, right? Don't get me wrong, he has an appreciation of the old games as well. He knows more about them than a lot of people I've talked to who are my age. But still, he wouldn't have the perception or the perspective to know what it was like before these other things ever existed, and how groundbreaking a game like Safecracker really was.
I didn't even think about it, but Safecracker is probably the closest thing to Grand Theft Auto in 1983.
It was
driving around town, stealing stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it was somebody compared it, Savater, I think it was earlier on or during the video, compared it very Dick Tracy like Dick Tracy in the NES. And I hadn't thought of that, but you know what? There's a lot. That was a really good perception right there, Savater. I don't know if he's still in the chat or not, but
I joined that Vectrix Facebook group, Pete, because I'm pretty sure my wife wants me to get a Vectrix at some point this year.
Well, I would think she would.
Yeah. We make blackberry jam. Tell me how it's done, Triple G.
We make blackberry jam. Well, I think the colloquial "we" stands for the household. So please.
Well, we definitely all eat it.
There is that aspect of it too,
Saboteur is always here.
Oh, right on, Saboteur. But that one, I really like that thought, because I can remember seeing the Dick Tracy game from the NES sort of expanded upon it quite a bit. I mean, it had the platforming parts in it too, but the car driving part was kind of similar. It was just 5, 6, 8 years later. Oh, wow. Nice. George, they're right on.
Maybe he'll be making some indie games soon.
And Brian's going to have some games out this year coming, I think, through Rev. Yeah. And find it. I'm just going to get up to grab it here. Oh, Jeff, I've just moved it out of the way, but now you understand why I hesitated a little bit when I went to open that Founders Edition.
Oh.
My copy of Safecracker. You can put that as a Safecracker. Probably. But you're talking about the catalogs and stuff. I always like these ones. This one, the warranty card is still in it. But the two different catalogs here, I'm just going to make it bigger for a sec, Jeff.
Oh, sorry. Oh, wrong person, Pete. Wait, what are you doing? Pete, where'd you go? You back?
I'm here.
Pete?
Sorry. I was worried that it shut down the stream. I have about 16 buttons on my mouse. I think I hit a side button. We were talking about the catalogs, though. That's the Magic catalog, which had both Atari, right, and some Intellivision towards the end. It had like, there's Dragonfire, Demon Attack, Microsurgeon.
Yeah, TV's Hasselhoff somehow the Magic Intellivision titles really stood out from the other publishers at the time.
And I was really happy though that this is the one that's in the video. Ice Track, and this is like an edition just for Magic game, just for Intellivision games. Just 2 pages over, but it's got like all the new ones: Truckin', Dracula, Whitewater, Tropical Trouble, and then on the back, or was it Whitewater there? What was it? Look at Truckin', Nova Blast. You have Nova Blast, right? Or is it JD as Nova Blast?
I have it.
Oh, right on. And then, of course, on the back, Safecracker and Whitewater's on there. So neat, though. Everybody is just chomping at the bit to get those catalogs when they come out because you didn't have the internet to look at it, right?
Do you know the history of the Magic? Because I had an Atari and I always got the Activision games and I got the Magic games because they just seemed like they were better made than Atari games.
They did, and
I don't know anything about a Magic as far as who started it, how many people.
There's actually a good video on YouTube, about 20. Is it two parts that are 20 each and 40 total, or the total is 20? But anyway, it's a good video which explains a lot about the history of the Magic company. I'll try to find it and send you a link to it, Jeff.
Okay.
It's kind of neat, or just do some searches on YouTube or whatever, because it is there. And one thing it deals with, talks about the person who started it, right up through. They also talk about a game called, and I'm just having a brain fart. What the hell's the game? Wing War. And there's actually video in there of Wing War for the Intellivision, which I don't think they've ever found the prototype for it. So it's sort of like the unknown. They've made boxes just because they know it existed at one point, but it was going to be one of the next Intellivision games that come out.
Well, that's cool.
That got lost because of the crash. And then, of course, a lot of games that were lost because of the crash, but the prototypes ended up being picked up later and turned into games. Hint, hint, Dig Dug being one. And but this Wing War, they've never even found the prototype, I believe. So it's kind of a mystery, and it shows right in this video being played.
Really?
So they know it existed. Kind of neat, but that's all the Magic stuff.
Somebody must have it somewhere. Probably the programmer, someone.
I don't know. I mean,
it didn't get lost in time.
I'm just a guy who sort of is interested in it, who watches videos about it and stuff like that, and learns this stuff. There are people who have researched and searched for these and not come up with anything. So I catch up with the Chad a little bit up there.
There you go. TV's Hasselhoff, also Atari had Cosmic Arc.
Yeah.
I just started playing that game late last year, and man, I really like it. It's such a fun game. Pete, do you have any steelbooks in your gaming collection?
Like for the Xbox?
Probably for modern stuff. I can't.
Yeah, I do have for Xbox, but
I think Xbox, that's new enough to have steel.
I used to get a lot of DVDs and stuff, or Blu-rays and stuff. Steel box.
Yeah, I have a few. I have a few here and there.
What I'm trying to think.
I have a shooter for Switch. It's a steel box. I think it's Caldress Blaze. I believe that might be the one I have.
I think I have one buried right behind Funko Pop Mountain, frankly. But True Crimes New York or something like that. I bought Steelbox limited edition or something like that. Just got it on one of the Facebook auction groups one time, quite inexpensively, but not too many. Let's see. Oh, Wizards. Okay. Yeah. And Kurt, they did such a good job of taking like whatever title came first and modified it to the other system. But they didn't lose gameplay. They still took advantage of what the systems could do. Like, because the Intellivision was capable of doing different things than the Atari was capable of, and they used different functions. They didn't make their ports like automatically. We have Atari Demon Attack. We're going to make Intellivision Demon Attack as close to the same as possible. They just made a version of Demon Attack for it that took advantage of the different things that were good about the Intellivision. So you ended up with two great games, which have the same name, but they're different games. Atlantis, very similar games, but different games at the same time. The closest to the same to me is Dragonfire. And I know Savater in there says he likes Dragonfire. I hear more people tell me they like Dragonfire than don't like Dragonfire. Spoiler alert, Dragonfire. I'm not real keen on it. I'll play it. It's fun, but I don't find it anything special like Demon Attack or Atlantis or Microsurgeon or Safecracker for that matter. Certainly not like something like Ice Track, which Ice Track I've just started playing, Jeff. I'm going to recommend the game to you if you ever get an opportunity to pick up a game, pick up Ice Track. Different types of gameplay within the same game. Kind of frustrating parts of it, but a good variety of gameplay, all very fun. But anyway, then you have stuff that just didn't get transferred over from. It's unfortunate. Like was it Hasselhoff said, Cosmic Arc would have been a fantastic friggin' Intellivision game.
Yeah,
would have been fantastic. But they went other places. They made Truckin'. They made Safecracker. They made what else? Fathom. Fathom was done on both, sorry. But they made some stuff that couldn't be done on both systems or couldn't be done on the Atari, mostly. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I mean, between the Magic programmers and the Activision programmers, they made the best games. Those two companies, in my opinion, bar none.
I would have been pretty happy just having, with my Atari, if I just had all Activision and Magic games. I'd been pretty happy.
Yes, agreed, 100%. 100%.
That might be true.
Did you just recently get in a shipment?
No, what do I have? Oh, I took all my Wii U games. I can't remember why, but I brought them all into the family room, which we have a table in there, which he's talking about.
Okay.
I can't remember why I took it in there, but it seems nice there. I like having it there close by.
Well, you and I were both talking about Wii U collecting, trying to build a collection. Yours were all packed away. Now you found them all. So you got to sort them all out.
Found them all.
Able to do that on.
Yeah, so I'll pick some up here and there as we go because, yeah, I mean, some of them are. I don't think there's too many that are too expensive. But yeah, it will be nice to add a few here and there.
Here's a comment on. No, I'm sorry. I went to put a comment up, but that one takes precedent right there.
Damn you, Papa Pete.
Listen, I don't care anymore because I don't get to make you laugh and have you cackle. The cackle in the background hasn't existed since you moved into the new digs, so I'm upset.
Maybe I can get her to just sit next to me during every show.
I think that's a plan, you know.
She's got time to kill.
What's that?
I said she has time to kill.
What happened? I lost that again. Savater said Riddle of the Sphinx. Interesting game, eh? Like, I don't know. Have you ever played that one on the Atari, Jeff?
I don't think so.
I can remember playing it back in the day going, what the hell is this? I never could figure it out. And I've read enough now that I know I could figure it out, but it's not an action-packed game.
It's not the one that has like the breakout bricks at the top, is it? And you're like flying around.
No, it's
Okay.
like it's
What
just
game is
basically
that?
scrolling, and you're moving back and forth. Things are scrolling off the screen, onto the screen, and off the screen, and you got to run over certain aspects, like there's pyramids and Oasis, and I don't even know how to describe it, but it's a strategy game, almost not an action game.
I was playing a Magic game for Atari that you were. It was
Hey,
almost like you were,
George, take care, man.
see George. You were kind of floating around, and there were these things chasing after you, but there were like these breakout type bricks at the top, and you would shoot. Like you couldn't shoot the guys chasing you. You had to kill them by shooting the bricks and having them drop on their head. And it's in a Magic game. I can't remember the name of it.
I don't know.
It's a lot of fun though.
Atari.
It's Atari, yes. I was playing it on my Retron, the ROM.
Oh, well, for Pete's sakes. Not lock it, Jace. No, I don't think that's what he means.
No, this was. I heard about it through the guy who was it Flarb, the guy who does the Atari podcast.
Ferguson, right? Ferg. That's a great show. I don't. Yeah, that's a great show. I enjoy that.
Started from the beginning a few months ago. I haven't played much since. Or I haven't listened to much since. But it's a very cool.
I wish I knew what that game was. I can't think of what it is. So let me know when you do find out. Let me know.
Yeah, I'm looking up right now. Oh, is it No Escape? Maybe.
See, and if it is, that's not a game that I know. So do I even have it and don't know?
I think it is No Escape because there's a guy riding a Pegasus on the cover. That's basically what it is. And there's some columns. That's got to be it. No Escape.
Oh, games that I didn't know I had. Fathom and Trick Shot. My copy of Fathom, it used to belong to Eric. Can you see that?
Wait a minute. I always like that when people just write their name on it. I guess they used to take their games to other kids' houses.
Yeah. Well, when we were kids through school, I remember right up to like grade 9 and 10. You would always like trade. Here are these 6 games. Give me your 6 games. We'll trade them back next week. We did that constantly as kids.
I'm trying to see if I can show this.
You should be able to share.
Let's see.
Casey, I love what we say for Pete's sakes. Does that make me a narcissist? Oh. And the kitchen table has DVDs from Viking Stew.
Oh, yeah. A lot.
Oh, boy. So what we're saying here is the 2 things we need to do is send you more DVDs and video games to put on the table and whistle more.
All right, Pete. So here is No Escape.
Okay, yeah.
So you're down here. I thought you were flying. I guess not. Maybe we're just running back and forth. But see these guys. At first, I was trying to shoot them, and it does no good. Matter of fact, I think it might even make things worse. See, he's breaking the bricks, but then eventually, how does it work? Eventually, they fall on their head. It's a really interesting game. It's pretty unique.
Huh.
I don't see the bricks fall on their head, though.
I wonder if that's a pricey game.
I don't know. God, you think it would be, since I don't think many people have heard of it.
Let's see what I can find. Oh, I had my thing. I meant to send a Nurmix there, Paul from the Intellivisionaries podcast to rub in the fact that I'm 0.5 now ahead of him in the bet for 2022, where I have to release 2 episodes of the 125 for every episode of the Intellivisionaries podcast. I am now officially ahead.
Ooh.
Plus, my Bruins beat his Kings 7-0 in LA last night.
Oof.
7-0. Who would have ever seen that coming? All right, so we're looking for the price on No Escape.
No Escape.
Somebody else can get it for us first.
For Atari. Is Fathom any good, Pete? Saboteurs, you know.
I can't tell you. I do know that I've never seen it as a highly rated game. So,
Interesting. Kurt and his dad learn how to play chess on Intellivision.
that's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. Bored Distracted asks, what was the biggest selling Intellivision game?
Complete copy of No Escape, according to this. Yes, Pegasus on the front is a $49.47. That's complete. $50.
That's not bad.
No, not terrible.
Especially for complete.
Yep. I would say it's Astro Smashed. Astro Smashed. Yeah, that's the Monday night show with DJC. Astro Smash.
I think it would be. Wouldn't it?
Hey, HDK, good to see you, man.
Peter.
If not, I'm going to qualify this. And actually, it seems to be I remember this conversation on the Intellivisionaries podcast. That if any of you, seriously though, I do have my bet with them for the year, but if any of you really do want to learn more about Intellivision and are so inclined, I listen to it when I'm driving alone, if not me, or I listen to it when I'm mowing lawn or whatever. But the Intellivisionaries podcast is amazing. The information and history you can learn from that podcast. I just can't say, if you like Intellivision, that's what you want to listen to. And the guys that do it are fantastic. Paul, Rick Reynolds, Paul Nurminen, C. Mart, of course, Christian Martin, and William Olds from the earlier episodes do a great job on talking about all kinds of things in television. I've learned so much from that show. I would wish that I could remember 3/4 of what I've heard on that show because there's so much information and interviews with programmers, and it's phenomenal. It's amazing the work he does. So
you ever turn it on when you're driving around with Mama C?
I do, and I usually get a dirty one. Put it this way. Once in a while we'll be going on a drive, whatever, and it's like there's negotiations that go on. And I gotta do this and that. Okay, I'm gonna drive, but I want to listen to the podcast. Okay. And there's another one coming very soon. And all jokes aside, I do know that there's another episode coming very soon. Hey, Dryerlint, thanks for stopping in, man. We'll see you soon. It's you see right there, Wizard Machine. Indeed, it's about as thorough as it possibly gets. But yes, it is thorough, but it's all different stuff and it's all interesting. Like they've talked to so many different programmers. Some things are amazingly interesting to listen to. Some things aren't quite as, but it's like overall, it's phenomenal. Yeah, there you go, Casey. Yep. Exactly.
Here's an interesting question. Does Intellivision chess play Ride of the Valkyries like checkers?
Not that I'm aware of, but I can't swear by it because I'll be quite honest. I dreaded doing the checkers episode. I did it. I really loved the checkers episode. It's one of my favorites, to be quite honest, because I always love your comment, Jeff, which always was. Do you remember?
No.
I can't believe I sat there for 20 minutes and watched an episode about Intellivision checkers.
I do remember, like, you said you can't believe you made a video. I was like, I can't believe I sat through the whole thing and watched the thing about checkers.
I kind of liked it, but it's neat, you know, some of the stuff about it, like the versions, and I don't know. It was actually just kind of neat. I lost my train of thought there too, though.
Did you ever get the English version?
Yes, I did. I got it from C-Mart.
It has a different name, right?
Drafts.
Yep,
I do. So now I have Checkers Dams, which is a French-Canadian version, DAMES. The only thing I'm missing is a Sears version. So if anybody in the chat has a Sears version, I'm in the market. Except for Casey. I know Kate. Was that the one you got? Yeah, that was the one Casey bought too. Lance and I are bidding on it. Then we're laughing at each other because we found out after the fact that we were bidding against each other, and neither of us come anywhere close to winning it. And then I think it ended up being Casey who won it. It's like, okay, Casey, he got it. But they're hard. That you don't see them very often on
checkers.
Checkers. It's Sears checkers. Checkers.
Oh, Sears. Okay.
Oh yeah, Sears. Sears checkers, roulette, and backgammon. Those are the magic three. Chuck and I both need all three of those, and we each need a couple. Well, I need basketball, and I don't know what the other one he needs, but Chuck and I both need those three different games for our Sears collection. There's only 29 games.
Like the Vectrex.
There you go.
So you need checkers, backgammon, and
roulette, and basketball. So the only
Sears.
4 Sears titles that I need.
So I take it those are pretty expensive as well as hard to find?
Yeah, but not ridiculous typically.
Not crazy.
No, I've seen them go for, $50, $60, which when you sort of think about inflation, it's only about a half of what they originally sold for.
You think it's just because there weren't many made?
Yeah, they wouldn't have been they wouldn't have been flying off the shelf like your Astro Smashes and your Space Armadas, right?
Yeah.
Or your baseballs. I mean, and the thing about it as well that makes them harder to get, and Wizards has a good luck. That's one of the toughest. It is. Those 3 are the toughest ones to get. But unfortunately, we're still seeing on Facebook now, on eBay now, people see these things and they just go, "Oh, you need Sears tennis, $79.99." It's a $5-10 game, but it's terrible what you see on there. There's a Sears checkers, Atari version. Okay, so the Atari black box checkers, video checkers. Okay, I have it in which video did I put it in? I just put it in something recently where I said this is the type of ridiculous stuff we're dealing with, and there's an eBay auction on there that was like $800. It's like, I don't understand it. And then it went up for, it didn't sell, so it went up for $700, and I think it's up there now for $600 or something like that. It's like when they get down to $14, I'll buy it.
That's like
like
like Wii U collecting, and you got Devil's Third that's $500. I'm like, you're out of your mind.
Exactly. That was the game I was trying to think of, which I can remember. John Mahoney for the game room tour I did last year. He had a copy of that there, and he said it's going pretty good right now. But I mean, that's the only time I've seen a copy of Devil's Third. But it's not $500 game. I'm sorry.
It's funny, Pete, when that was when the Wii U was going, fading out. I was like, I want to get that game, and it was. I think they're still charging full price, like $60 on Amazon or whatever. I'm like, I'm not paying full price for this game. It bombed like crazy. I'll pick it up when it's like half price, but it only went up in price from there.
It went in the wrong direction.
Oh, should have grabbed it.
Yeah.
Yeah. For some reason, St. Louis has a big chess
that's cool
thing here. There was
Kurt's also in St. Louis. I know that. Yeah.
It's the chess. I think it's a U.S. chess organization. I don't know what the official name is, but I think that's located in that building.
Well, if we want to find out,
it's what is Pete grabbing here? Oh no!
That's not bad. Is it the USCF, United States Chess Federation?
I don't know. USCF.
That is official right there. Like, that was a real license.
There was
that was just the catalogs, some Intellivision catalogs up on top of them.
I think the deal was somebody, obviously, some rich dude, I guess, moved to St. Louis, and he was a huge chess fan, and so I think about it. It's a St. Louis chess club, and it's really big, but they hold so it's not the national organization, but they do hold those chess tournaments here in St. Louis. I think it's like one of the bigger chess clubs in the country. And apparently, according to Kurt, they have the world's largest chess piece.
How big is it, Kurt? Bigger than the Arch.
It's pretty big.
That would be pretty big. Hey, Roger. I hadn't noticed Roger in here before.
Roger.
Thanks for stopping in. Over. Roger? Over, Roger. Huh?
Wait, is that a fake license? Is that true? That's kind of funny.
No, it was Checkers that had the fake license. The backgammon one was real as well. This one, they're right here. Oh, all right. That's going down there. So this had the American Backgammon Players Association. I don't know if you see that.
No.
APBA is the logo beside it. And then Checkers, of course, they're all the same type of game, so they put that out there. And Keith Robbins tells a story on the Intellivisionaries podcast how they just threw this logo on there. And when they went to put it somewhere else, license it to another organization or whatever, they said, well, we'll have to get authorization for that logo, right? No, we just made that one up. He said. Hey, you know what? That's cool. That's sealed.
Whoa. So you're having a good stream, Pete, when back-to-back comments are, what's your vector, Victor?
What's your vector, Victor?
Oh, what a great movie. That's so funny that a fake logo for it.
Yeah, but they had one for chess and they had one for backgammon. So when that one came out, they thought, well, yeah, they just threw this logo on there, made it look good. There is no national checkers federation. Of course, they were doing, like, we did have what's that, bowling HL?
Oh, he's we had a bowling hall of fame here for a while, and I think they actually relocated it somewhere else, but I think it's still there, the building. I think they still have it, but it's just not the official hall of fame anymore.
Like PBA, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be, I would think.
Yeah, it must be. I used to like watching that on Saturday afternoons when I was a kid. It would pop on, and there'd be like 4:30 in the afternoon on Saturday. ABC Wide World of Sports. You never knew what was going to be on there, and all of a sudden, it'd be like bowling match for half hour, and then they go to ski jumping. And
Pete, I watched the Pro Bowling Tour every Saturday as a kid. What are the two names of the announcers? I can't remember.
I don't remember the announcers. It was Marshall
Holman was a big
Marshall
guy.
Holman, yep.
Big he's got the mustache.
There was a junior or something, wasn't there?
Walter Williams Jr. He was a professional horseshoe player before he turned pro bowler.
Wow.
And then local favorite here, Pete Weber was on a lot.
Pete Weber, I remember him. Yeah. So he was a local guy?
Yeah, he's from St. Louis because his dad was Dick Weber, who was Dick Weber. And there was I think 3 other guys that are part of the Budweiser bowling team back in the 50s. He was like a big deal. And he had his own lanes here in St. Louis. I remember high school, we went on a field trip. I don't know why. We went to Dick Weber Lanes, and he was there, right? He was there himself checking us in.
Dick Weber Lanes.
Yeah.
That's like up here, of course, we have a different kind of bowling in Atlantic Canada and New England, from Massachusetts, New Hampshire, Maine. Candlepin bowling, which I've talked about in my videos different times. Like, especially I did that Atari bowling video. I had a little clip there of candlepin bowling, which is a totally different game. And of course, one of the big guys was Charlie Milan. He was the best bowler ever out of the state of Maine. I was a kid. And he owned the Bangor Brewer Lanes there in Brewer, Maine. You'd walk in, and Charlie Milan would be there right there at the lane. Well, he was the owner, right? He was there all the time. That's pretty funny.
I've
never near the same scale, but
never played that in real life. I don't even know if we even have that here. I have played it on the Switch, though. There's a bowling game on the Switch that has the candlestick bowling.
What?
Yep.
Screw off.
Yeah, it's I think it's called Strike 10-pin bowling. It's just like Wii bowling, and it actually plays really well.
Oh my god! But does it have the same rule like 10-pin bowling? You throw the first ball, you throw the second ball, you either get a spare or you get a 7 or 8 or 9 or whatever, right? Candlepin bowling has 3 balls. You throw all 3.
This has 3. I didn't quite understand the scoring as I was doing it, but it has, it's got the 3 little squares on the scoring.
I have never seen a candlepin game.
Yep.
I need that game. I need that. I'll get that from you later. Power up time. Thank you, Lance. This is the blueberry I was talking about. The patty blueberry that 64.
Is the blueberry strong? The blueberry.
This is only a 5%.
No, I mean, is the flavor of the blueberry strong?
Good aroma. I can really smell it, and it is fairly strong, but it's not overpowering. It's one of the better blueberry tasting beers I've had.
I can never remember the one I used to drink a lot, but I know they don't. I don't think they sell it here anymore. It was called Wild. Oh shoot, what was it? I can't remember. But it was a little dangerous because it was like 8% alcohol, but it tasted like a grape soda.
Oh wow!
So it's like you gotta be careful of those.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Oh,
Kurt Bradshaw got removed from a Cardinals game.
What?
What'd you do, Kurt? I got to know this.
No, he didn't say I. He said it got removed from a Cardinals.
It. Okay.
So
the Hall of Fame and the Cardinals Hall of Fame, Bowling Hall of Fame and Cardinals Hall of Fame were in the same building.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And they removed the bowling one.
Yeah, I think that. Oh, yeah, that's right. They made the Cardinals Hall of Fame bigger.
I love that. I almost want to flip on YouTube after this just to watch that clip of the opening of Wide World of Sports. That poor ski jumper.
Have you ever gone to a video game concert, Pete?
I have not had the opportunity. I wasn't all that aware. There was one in Halifax, which is about 5 hours for me. It's where I would go now if they ever came back. But I've always told him, I mean, if it ever starts up again, I will be going, but I have not.
There's a few that have gone around besides Video Games Live, but we did go to Video Games Live here in St. Louis, and then they came back a few months later to Kansas City. And so we did a little weekend thing. We went out there for the weekend and watched it there as well.
How far away is that for you, Jeff?
It's like 5 hours, I think.
That's not bad. Yep. About safe for us to go to Halifax, eh?
Yeah, just a straight line, pretty much. Just take Highway 70 and go straight across the state.
Yep.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Awesome.
But that Video Games Live was terrific. It was so much fun. The new brackets, cocktails. That would be interesting.
Would we have to test each one?
Well, you got to make sure you know what you're talking about, I guess.
It would make for a long show.
That would be fun, though.
I'm waiting for Lance to pipe up and go, I'm in. Hey, now that I think about it, I just realized that Lance is back.
Yeah, he left for a little bit and he came back.
Well, how long we've been on here? We've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. It is, let's see, 6:38 Pacific time.
8:38 here.
8:38 Central time, 9:38 Eastern time, and 10:38 Papa Pete time. Guys, thanks a lot for. Hopefully, you get a chance to watch the 125 that was released tonight on Safecracker. Yeah, hopefully it's not so long. It won't be as long for the next episode of the 125. I enjoyed making that video because, like I said, it was requested by Luke back in a while ago. He said that would be a great video to do. I don't know anything about that game. I want to learn more about that game. So that one was for Luke. The next one out is Dig Dug, which was requested by TJ Ferreira when we did our live stream back before Christmas. He and I and Jeff. Thanksgiving week, actually. Thanksgiving US week. Thanksgiving is a different time here in Canada. And then now tonight we have decided to do you remember, Jeff?
For the next one?
Yeah. After Dig Dug.
After Dig Dug, Popeye.
So we'll be doing Popeye. That was recommended by 3 or 4 different people. And Rev gave us for those of you who didn't hear it, Rev gave us the secret clip or the breaking news that there will soon be a Popeye 2 released for the Intellivision. You too, Casey. Thank you so much for all your support. Christopher Westerman, Born Distracted, Savater as always, Lance Jennings, absolutely. Lance was going to join us tonight, but he had to take off for a little while in the middle. We'll have Lance on here with us one of these times. Roger Matthews, thank you for stopping in. Right on. Appreciate it a lot. Oh, sorry.
Ooh, that's an interesting one.
Oh, wow. That is an idea, Lance. That is an idea. I might have to host that show, though, Jeff. No, you guys do it on. That will be perfect for you guys. Do every system. I still think we need to do theme songs for cartoons at the very least.
Yeah, we could.
Oh, we start doing polls like Jeff does. Yeah, maybe. I was going to do a poll tonight, but I was just the poll of what game should I do next video. I have a hard time keeping up with the chat at all, Born Distracted, because I get gabbing and talking and staring at Jeff talking away, and I missed a lot of the chat. That's why whenever I have somebody on that we're going to sit and talk a lot, Jeff always comes on to watch the chat for me because I'm just sort of oblivious to the whole thing. Yeah. Not a good trait. I got to learn to pay more attention to the chat. Anyway.
Anywho.
Oh. She's asleep. I got to pet her anyway. I'm kind of mean. That's why at 4 o'clock in the morning when she gets up and jumps on my face and says, I want something to eat. I don't feel that bad. She's a good cat. Right there. Anyway, guys, thanks again for joining us tonight. Time to take off. Thanks for watching the video. And we'll see you at the next one. I got some more videos. What? Tomorrow night, right? Tomorrow night, Go Game Go. Everybody tune into the Go Game Go channel tomorrow night. Open chat, I assume?
Oh, yeah. Open chat.
No Nintendo show this week, right? It was last week, or is there one this week?
No, there's one this week.
There's one this week. And
yes.
What were you going to do? Seems to me we talked about
because we did Rocket League with Mike's channel.
Oh, that's right.
So, there's lots to talk about.
You were going to talk about, I think, the Nintendo show. You're going to talk about the great games to pick up on the.
Oh, yeah. Some Wii U and 3DS games to pick up.
When do they close?
March of next year, but coming up in May, I think they stop accepting credit cards.
Oh, okay.
And then I think in August they stop the gift cards.
Oh, okay.
The eShop cards.
Gotcha.
So you got to get your money in there before, I think, at the very least by August or so, if you want to buy anything up through March.
Right on. So, and I've got a couple of videos coming up. Like I guess I talked about earlier tonight, I'm working on some Papa Pete Reflects I'm going to have some more homebrew spotlights. I got a great pickup video coming, which is going to be out later on in the week. And listen, I guess it's not up there anymore. Tron Solar Sailor will be out on Old Guys and Old Games quite soon. And the secret thing that you have to have in order to play Tron Solar Sailor is a pen and paper. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for joining us. Thank you, Jeff, for being here tonight. And we'll see you all next time. Have a good night, guys. Take care.
See ya. Bye.